Hey guys, it's Vox here with another video, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we went into the Deku Palace and learned the Sonata of Awakening from the monkey who had lost his brother. And we got kicked out though, because they heard us playing the song, and they weren't very happy that I was talking to that monkey. So the monkey basically said that he is trapped in there, and he wants to save the Deku Princess who was trapped up in Woodfall I almost said Windfall Island, which is from Wind Waker. Woodfall Temple. And so instead, in his place, we're going to go save her ourselves. So what we're going to do is come on these plants. Now this thing right here is a new enemy. It's actually called a dragonfly. Really simple. Most Zelda enemies have like very strange names, but these are just dragonflies. So what you want to do to kill them, you want to submerge into the Deku Flower, and right when they put their tails close to your Deku Flower, just submerge, shoot out, and simple enough, you'll just kill them automatically. So I didn't really say what we're going to do in this episode. In this episode, we're going to head over to Woodfall Temple ourselves and start on the first dungeon. Simple and exciting. Yes, right. So we're going to come over here to this statue with a very familiar face if you played Ocarina of Time. Not a good familiar face, though. This is a rare sight. You are a fairy child, correct? All of my accents are turning into the same thing. What business might you have in this poison swamp? If you dare not venture further, I shall pass no judgment. It is better that you hurry back to town. The swamp you're in has lost its guardian deity, but it was destined to fade anyway. Hoot, and that destiny is not solely limited to the swamp. If you have the courage and determination to proceed in the face of destiny, then I shall teach you something useful. Before coming here, had you not seen any of the stone statues that bear close resemblance to me? I have placed those throughout the land to aid the one with the power to change the destiny of this land, wherever he may appear. If you have left a proof of our encounter on any of those stone statues, then the song carved at my feet will surely be of assistance. Remember it well, and play it whenever the need arises. From the first time you play this song, we shall become eternal friends, transcending time and place. Right. So, that was Kapor Gabor, if you remember from Ocarina of Time. He was the very annoying owl. Luckily, he's not nearly as annoying in this game, but he's still there. So, here we have a new song. Notes are carved in the stone. Yep, nod my head. Let's play this. Here we go. And get used to hearing this song. This is probably one of the most useful songs in the entire game. Right, so we learned the Song of Storming. Basically, Song of Storming. Soaring. Wow, this episode's starting off terribly. We learned the Song of Soaring. Basically, what it does is that we can teleport to any of those owl statues that we hit with our sword. Where there's one in Clocktown and one here at the beginning of the swamp, if you remember correctly. And there's going to be more in the future, so it's a really useful song that we can use to teleport around Termina. And here we have Woodfall. So I'm gonna get some wow. How great. Alright, so we're gonna get some rupees there, and then we're gonna come over here. Now these things are called hip loops, that's right. So what you want to do with these guys is just similar to Skulltula, their weak side is their back. So you want to guard against them and not fall on the... Wow. Oh well, that works. Maybe. Oh. No. Oh my god, no. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Just... Wow. It just flew me over there. I'm so lucky that I don't lose health from drowning. Really? Okay, forget about that. Anyway, these things you're gonna want to attack as humans. And you can knock them down like that. You want to attack them as humans because, well, actually that's not true. Your snot can kill them, but it's not nearly as effective as your sword because you want to get up close to them anyway, and the snot's something you have to aim at, and it's not nearly as useful as your sword. I mean, the fact that you have a sword, come on, it's better than a snot bubble. As you can see clearly right here. There we go. So there's a chest over there. We can't actually make it yet. We can't make it there yet, so we're gonna wait on that for now. So there... Isn't this a Deku Scrub mark? I wonder if they worshipped here. Worship is actually spelt wrong, by the way. It only has one P instead of two. So we got our fairy back. And here's yet another owl statue, which once again, we can now teleport to this, now that we have the Song of Soaring. So what you want to do is stand on this Deku mark as a Deku, and play our newly learned Sonata of Awakening. Oh, sorry. And that right there is Woodfall Temple, the first dungeon in Majora's Mask. The first of many. Well, actually, there's not as many as in Ocarina of Time. There's only 4 major dungeons, not including the final dungeon. But the thing about this game is that there's so many more side quests than Ocarina of Time. So as you can see straight away, that right there is a stray fairy. Now it bears resemblance to the stray fairies we found in Clocktown. Remember we got this mask from the Great Fairy in Clocktown, and basically what it does, it attracts the stray fairies. So found our first one. There are 15 stray fairies per dungeon, and it is completely optional to collect them. Although I highly recommend that you do, and I'm going to be collecting them all in this series, so you won't need to worry about not finding them. Now, I told you that I grew up playing this game and I would always play and I knew so much about it. I have never collected all of the stray fairies before. So, well, this temple and I believe this second one as well I have, but the third and fourth I have not. So here's a second one, by the way. So I'm going to be using a guide for this, so hopefully it won't get too bad. We should be good for a while. Like I said, it's the third and fourth temple where I've never really gotten all of them. I'll be doing some research beforehand though, so it'll be as smooth as possible. And I want to land down here, hopefully avoiding the Skulltulas. We're not going to kill them, because I don't want to. Oh, that stench! This place stinks just like that poison swamp. Yes, it does. So here's a Deku Baba. Now, as you can see, it has a stiff neck, so when we kill it, it doesn't give us a nut, it actually gives us a stick. That was... never mind. Okay, so we're gonna break these bottles here, and in this bottle there's another stray fairy. I thought I was gonna die there. I'm so glad I didn't. Alright, so I'm gonna come on this deck. Actually, something I want to show you real quickly. If we come over here to this plant and we turn human, something funny kind of funny happens. Basically, it eats us and then spits us out. But oh, wait. I need to get on real quickly and then switch back to the Deku Scrub to avoid dying. Alright, so anyway, you want to get in this Deku Flower and glide over here to this chest, which, if I'm correct, will have our dungeon map. Oh, small key. I'm not that much of a Zelda nerd. Okay, good. So, what we want to do now is take our bubble and shoot that nest, which is going to drop a stray fairy. Now here's an example of where you have to use the Great Fairy's mask in order to have it go towards you. That's our fourth one. Alright, so now that we have that small key, let's go back to this Deku Flower, and instead go into this room that was straight ahead. And here we have a mini-boss. These are those... We saw these enemies in the Woods of Mystery. I kind of explained how to defeat them there. Basically, you just want to go into your Deku Flower after you aggro them. You want to go into your Deku Flower, and when they slide over the flower, just let go, right when they're directly above it. And there's 3 of them. It's a pretty easy sub... It's actually not the sub-boss. It's just... Well, I guess it kinda is, but it's not the primary sub-boss. So in here, I believe we get the dungeon map. And I was right. So, just to go over the dungeon map, as you can see, simple? My choice of words is terrible. Similar to the maps that we get for the outer areas, we can now see it in the bottom right-hand corner. And if we come over here to our map, instead of showing the world map, it shows the map of the temple. So as you can see here, we have the 2 floors. It's not a very large temple, honestly. There's only 2 floors, which is pretty small for a Zelda temple. It shows how many stray fairies we have, 4 of 15. So it shows our items, the dungeon map, and then the 2 extra items that we will get later on. So let's go ahead and leave this room, and we want to return to the main center room. There's not much we can do here yet. We will be returning to this room though, so you can see there's a second balcony, and there's much more we can do in this room, but not yet. Now that we have that small key that we got in that room, we can open up a locked door, which is up here on the 2nd floor. Actually, I was wrong. It's here on the 1st floor. So you want to kill that Deku Baba to get the 5th Stray Fairy, by the way. Again, I'm using a guide to for this. For the Stray Fairy. Not the dungeon, I can do the dungeon. Alright, so we're gonna go into human, and we're gonna move this over here. Come over here. And over here. Now you want to be really careful when you're human, because if you fall into that poisonous water, you will die, because there's really no way to climb up, unless you're over there by those steps, which probably aren't going to be close. We're just going to kill this Skulltula real quickly. And he is going to drop a Stray Fairy for us. Very convenient. So now that we have 6 Stray Fairies, we're actually about 1/3 of the way into the dungeon. So I think now is a good time to stop the episode. So next time on The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we will continue the series and finish... not finish this up. We're not going to finish up this dungeon in the next episode, but we're going to make much more progress. Hopefully finish this up in the next 2 or 3 episodes. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.